We begin with breaking news. They've got him. The FBI arrests the man they say is behind 13 suspicious packages sent to prominent people here and across the country. More on the big break in the mail bombs investigation just ahead. But first, this.
They have done it before. Can they do it again? Fans are certainly ready to watch the Dodgers come back. They're down 2-0. They need to win the World Series. And that quest starts in just a few minutes.
Well, Game 3 of the World Series between the Dodgers and the Red Sox is about to begin. We have live team coverage, including Dave Lopez and Amy Johnson, with fans watching at the park and on TV. But we start, of course, with CBS2 Sports Director Jim Hill. He's live from Dodger Stadium. Jim.
Pat, thank you very much. The reason we know why the first pitch is just a few moments away, 4 Jets just came screaming by at the end of the national anthem. Now, the atmosphere inside Dodger Stadium here at Chavez Ravine is one of very warm and one of very supportive of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are very happy to get back home after dropping the first 2 games of this best-of-7 series to the Boston Red Sox in Boston. Now the Dodgers say they know what to do, but in order to do that, they got to win.
I would say that there's a comfort level in that we have done that a lot of times this season, obviously, and rebounded and gotten to this point. So, I don't think anyone wants to be there, but I think of the 30 teams that could be in a situation like that, we probably know how to handle it, in that top echelon, right? So, no, it is what it is, and now it's time to get back to where we need to be.
I think it's just more of being able to get home, but being in front of our home fans. Different weather, but like I said yesterday, the most important thing is we just got to play good baseball. I like our guy today. I think Walker's battle tested. I think he's been in some tough spots and really come out on the other side. So in this moment, Game 3, first game back home, I think he's ready for this moment, and we got to do our best to play well around him.
We are going to see exactly how Walker Buehler will react to this situation, because the Dodgers know if they fall down 3-0 in the best-of-7 series, for all intents and purposes, it would be a monumental task to overcome in order to get back into this thing. So, of course, we'll have all the highlights and post-game interviews for you tonight on CBS2 and, of course, on our sister station, KCAL9. Reporting live now from the World Series at Chavez Ravine, I'm Jim Hill. Pat, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks for that, Jim. Well, the home fans, of course, will be a big part of that game tonight. And CBS 2's Dave Lopez is also live from Dodger Stadium, where fans are gearing up for a win, Dave.
Well, they're excited. They hope that history can repeat itself in a different way. Only 11 times in 55 tries. Now, 55 times a team has come to the World Series down 0-2, and only 11 times have they come back to win it. Now, the Dodgers, in their storied history, have done it 3 times. Can they make it 4?
Let's go Dodgers! I just flew in from Boston this morning. Let's go Dodgers!
So as the early arrivals came to Dodger Stadium for Game 3, just how confident are they?
Confidence level is pretty high.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe 110%.
Hey, we got this.
Did any of them realize that the Dodgers have done this before, trailed 2-0, and come back and won the series? 3 times, in fact.
Today we're going to show we've got what it takes.
We're going to win, yes.
But of course, the Dodgers aren't exactly setting the world on fire. In Game 2, the last 16 batters retired, and then there's all that criticism of Dave Roberts. Is he overmanaging, relying too much on the computer?
I think a little bit. Sometimes Roberts will pull him 1 inning too soon. Can't complain as long as he keeps winning, all right?
Get out there and play the game. Throw the ball, hit the ball.
And when Sandy stuck his hand out, I see the ball go in his glove.
Johnny Padres talking about the great catch of Sandy Amorose in the 7th inning of the 7th game in 1955. The Dodgers came back from down 2-0 to win that series, their first world title in Brooklyn. Of course, back in those days, there was no such thing as analytics.
And with Koufax on the mound, that was enough.
1965, the Dodgers down 2-0 to the Twins, win it in Game 7. Sandy Koufax pitches a complete game in Game 7, a 2-0 shutout. He pitched on 2 days' rest.
Oh, this is it. Landro waiting and waiting. He's got it. The Los Angeles Dodgers have just about done the impossible.
In 1981, after losing the first two to the Yankees, they win 4 straight, win the world title behind a rookie named Fernando, who pitched Game 3, a complete game, and threw 167 pitches.
I don't even think that'll happen anytime again.
So as the Dodger faithful, both in the stands and at home, watch Game 3 tonight, think back to Fernando. It's not impossible.
Hey, we gotta get it! This is our series right here!
So a rookie led them back in 1981, turned the series around, and tonight another rookie goes for the Dodgers, from Fernando to Walker. Can history repeat itself in 37 years? Won't be easy, but it should be interesting. Reporting live from outside Dodger Stadium, Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.
That's terrific, Dave. And we know he's going to throw out the first pitch. That would be Tommy Lasorda.
That's right. Bueller, by the way, certainly has the stuff. And look at Dodger Stadium. And the weather is cooperating like no place else in the country.
What is it, 80 degrees? Just about?
Yeah, just about 81 degrees right now, so a beautiful evening shaping up across Southern California. So we'll have your whole forecast coming up in a little bit of fog moving in, but I don't think that'll affect the game at all right now. You can see out towards LAX, we're continuing to pick up the clouds, 57% humidity, and dew point coming in right at around 59. So the warm-up continued today. We'll show you all that. We'll have your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Garth, now to our other big story. Well, nope, we're going to stick with this. Nope, we're going to go to our other big story. We are talking about that gentleman that you're looking at a picture of there, who was arrested today. He is accused, of course, of sending out all of those pipe bombs to people across the country, primarily to prominent Democrats. This is his name, Cesar Sayoc, and he is in custody. A fingerprint and a cell phone signal actually aided in his arrest today.
We're also learning a lot about the man who is a supporter of President Trump. He also apparently has a problem with some of the president's critics. CBS 2's Randy Page is here with more on where they got him and what's next. Randy.
Some interesting descriptions about this man. Just wait till you learn some of these. For example, amateur bodybuilder, male stripper, loner. Those are just some of the words describing Cesar Sayoc. Now add a few more. Suspected serial bomber.
We have arrested Cesar Sayoc in connection with this investigation.
Here's what we know about the man charged with sending at least 13 package bombs across the country. He's 56 years old, a resident of Florida, but was born in New York. He has an extensive criminal record that includes arrests for threatening to use a bomb, felony theft, drug possession, and fraud. Here are the charges against Sayoc so far. Interstate transportation of explosives, illegal mailing of explosives, threats against former presidents, threatening interstate communications, and assaulting federal officers. Sayoc was taken down here in front of an AutoZone in Plantation, Florida, and in the parking lot, a key piece of evidence, Sayoc's van. A closer look at the vehicle shows the windows covered with anti-Democrat and pro-Trump stickers. Social media sites show him at Trump rallies, and CNN unearthed this video of Sayoc at the president's rally in Melbourne, Florida last year, waving a sign critical of the cable news network.
Political violence or the threat of violence is antithetical to our vigorous system of self-government.
These terrorizing acts are despicable and have no place in our country.
These were the targets of the 13 suspicious packages, including former presidents, an ex-presidential candidate, an ex-vice president, a senator, and the South LA congresswoman whose package apparently sparked a break in the case.
They uncovered a latent fingerprint from one of the envelopes containing an IED that had been sent to Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
That package was intercepted at a mail facility in Maryland, and now 2 more California targets may be added to the list. Senator Kamala Harris's office revealed a similar package addressed to her turned up in a Sacramento mailing facility, and in Burlingame, a package with billionaire Democratic activist Tom Steyer's name on it was intercepted.
Though we're still analyzing the devices in our laboratory, these are not hoax devices.
Ray's statement is most likely meant to quash conspiracy theories about whether the bombs were real and who really sent them. The FBI director also warns this may not be over. There could be more package bombs in the mail just waiting to be delivered. Pat?
All right, thank you for that, Randy. Well, coming up, local drivers demanding refunds from Tesla are coming up short.
Ahead at 5, 2 on your side investigates the months of delays for Model 3 customers trying to get their cars.
Plus, this isn't what you'd expect to see on your drive home from work. Coming up, watch this highway hazard just roll its way through traffic.
Plus, in Orange County, Girl Scout troop, they've been hacked. A cyber attack affecting hundreds of local families.
And a Southern California couple who won the lotto puts their mega estate up for sale. See what $26 million can buy you. Next at 5.